take 2 of our first ever episode of the Trackside Girls podcast. And now my audio is actually working. So I have a list of stuff. I'm actually prepared this time. We're gonna start with NASCAR. So we'll start off with the winners from Nashville. I only watched the truck race, so you guys are gonna have to help me out with the Xfinity and Cup race.
Got it.
So, you guys don't know because this is our first episode, but we are very big fans of Carson Hocevar. That's... You know what? He's gonna be our new bestie, okay? He's gonna join the group. But he got his second career win at Nashville. He got a guitar.
That he somewhat played.
I saw that. I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't either. It
was kind of unsettling. Like,
he wasn't bad, but he wasn't good.
It's
he
like,
was a meh.
Yeah, it felt like he was trying, but it felt very unsettling, like, towards the end of it, because...
Oh, yeah. yeah.
But, that is his second win. We're very, very proud. And he won with Worldwide Express on his truck. And then, in the Cup race, Ross Chastain won with Worldwide Express as well. That's a big weekend for them. Especially, I'm pretty sure Bailey Curry, who also drove for Nice, didn't he also, like, have part, like, with Worldwide Express on his too? And he finished, what, 4th, I think? Something like that?
I think so. I think so. Yeah.
So that's a big weekend for Worldwide Express. Oh my gosh, people are gonna flame me for that.
It's fine.
So, upon Carson's celebration, I guess, he went into the crowd, just like the two Penske drivers. I feel like we're a little jealous about that we weren't there.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, I think we all were jealous about that one.
Like, we want to celebrate with Bestie. It's okay.
We do.
It's okay. It's gonna be one of our goals to try and get him on our podcast.
Yeah.
So, the winner of the Xfinity race. Like I said, I didn't watch it, but AJ Allmendinger won. How do you guys feel about the Cup drivers driving in the Xfinity series? Because I think so far, the majority of the races in Xfinity have been won by Cup drivers.
It's a mixed feeling. Like, I get they want the experience, but at the same time, I'm like, sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't like it. But I know if they want the experience in there, so you can't really do much about it. Honestly.
Because I also get why the truck drivers and Xfinity drivers like them having in it, because, like, they can have a chance to beat them at their own competition.
And then, I mentioned earlier, Ross winning the Cup race. And what I wanted to talk about were the driver-specific celebrations. So, like, how Ross has the watermelon. Like, I said this the first time, but he's seventh generation watermelon farmers. Nobody's gonna copy that. Like,
Yeah, no.
Like, you can't go out there and copy him and be like, oh, but, like, he's 7th generation. You ain't got nothing on him, okay? And then, I think another, like, driver-specific, how Carl Edwards used to do his backflips.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's see, is there any others that...
I mean,
like-
Blaney gives his flag to a kid, but
Yeah.
but some of them have slowly started doing that now.
Yeah.
So technically, Blaney started something by doing that.
Seat shuffles. We heard in previous news that Josh Berry will be going to the 4-car.
Mhm.
That's big shoes. Kevin Harvick is a lot to live up to. We've seen him fill in for Hendrick drivers, and he's not doing too bad whenever he got out there.
He had a top 5 finish.
He did.
He had a
forgot
top
about
5 finish.
Oh yeah, he did.
I guess looking at the experience side, him going straight from late models to Xfinity, okay, sure, skip the truck series. But he's only been in Xfinity like what, 2-3 years?
Yeah, 2 to 3 years, something like that.
Which I guess I can see it because he's a little older than what you would normally see in the Xfinity series. Like, you would see, like, people like Ty Gibbs' age, Noah Gragson's age, Harrison Burton's age, who just recently, in recent years, moved up. So with those, like, factors, I feel like he could do something.
Mhm.
He's not bad,
Yeah.
so
He's a funny guy, though. Have you ever met him?
Yeah.
yeah. I don't even remember. I've met way too many people I don't remember.
We'll do an episode on driver interactions. That's what we should do. And then
No.
nope,
Definitely.
we get to talk about Lakota crying most of the time.
No, let's not talk about me crying. I cry like half the time, and I'm like, I've met you once.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Well, okay, got it. The episode will just be embarrassing for me. Okay. Love it.
Alright, as we're talking about driver shuffles, we have, at the end of this season, the 10 car will be free. There's been rumors about possibly Zane Smith moving into the Cup Series after him taking over, I think in total it was 6 races at front row in the Cup Series. I don't think he necessarily did bad. Like, I was a little torn whenever they took races away from Todd Gilliland. Like, 'cause it's his second year. And I wouldn't necessarily say he did bad his rookie year. But I still feel like out of the 3 rookies of that year, he was probably one of the. It was definitely between him and Harrison,
They definitely struggled the most.
because you have to give Rookie of the Year to the rookie that won the Daytona 500. He kind of got that. So
Yeah.
thoughts on Zane moving to the Cup Series full time?
I mean, it'll be a struggle, but I don't know.
He's got some experience now. It's the 38.
Now that Josh Berry will be moving to the 4-car, that leaves a seat open at Junior Motorsports. What are our predictions on who's getting that car? I know who we all want to say, but
There's another car.
but was actually talking with somebody who mentioned Kyle Weatherman. Somebody said that he honestly just needs, like, a solid, like, place to be.
Mm-hmm.
And we know, like, juniors' cars are fast. They're one of the best of the Xfinity series, if not the best.
Yeah, they are.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like whoever gets into that car, if they don't succeed, something's wrong.
There's still one, but we won't know until what he decides until the end of the year. Is Martin Truex.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
okay. I feel like this could go two ways. He could either win the championship this year and end on a high note,
Mm-hmm.
or he, like, completely bombs out and he's like, alright, yeah, I'm not having fun anymore, and gives up. Or not necessarily gives up, but, like, says, like, alright, I'm good. Because he's stated that he's going to continue racing as long as he's having fun.
And he is winning more races this year than last year.
Yes, he is. Thoughts on Chicago? They made touchdown in Chicago today, I believe. And they've been working, I think the past week, they've been putting together the track. Because they're having to close down streets for this, because it's an actual street race.
That'll be fun.
I've heard people's, like, mixed feelings about it, like, a lot. There's been a little bit of crew and stuff who are worried because it's Chicago, worried about, like, stuff getting stolen, or, like, I'm just worried that NASCAR security isn't equipped to handle a street race.
Chicago's crazy. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
There was a joke
That's for sure.
There was a joke that I saw, and it was like, well, you can't get carjacked going 220 miles an hour.
It'll be interesting, to say the least.
For sure.
Yeah.
So something that happened at Nashville was Ryan Blaney took a very hard hit. He said in his interview after he got out of the infield care center that it was one of the hardest hits that he's ever taken. In this wreck, he hit the inside retaining wall where there was no safer barrier, like nothing to absorb the impact. With how the cars are, they've changed a little bit on them, mainly in the back of the car to absorb hits like that. Between this year and last year, the amount of concussions, the, like, people or drivers having to be out of races, like, it's been significantly higher.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a lot. Because, I mean, Alex was out, Noah's been out.
And then even Kurt Busch had to retire.
Yeah.
What do you guys think that they could do to, like, make the tracks, the cars, just anything safer for the drivers?
They keep trying to fix the cars and fix the cars.
Yeah.
And sometimes they get it, sometimes they don't. But I don't even know what they could even possibly do now.
Like with the safety barriers and all, they should at least try to put them there, like, where they know drivers could possibly hit. Like for Blaney, he just straight up hit a concrete wall. And in his interview, he said that's just it, that there's no concrete wall there or safety barriers there. He said he don't even pay himself to put safety barriers there.
It's definitely something. I know NASCAR's been in the process of, and they've gotten better at it, but it's still a lot more to go.
Yeah, there's still a lot more stuff that they could do to help literally everyone.
Mhm.
For sure, there's like a lot of things that they could still do, but I mean, I guess they're trying at least.
Yeah.
But it's still a lot to go through.
Sheldon Creed got a penalty at the Xfinity race. What did he get penalized? What was it?
Intentionally wrecking Sammy Smith.
And he got, it was what, 25 driver points? And
25 driver points and 25,000 fine.
which I feel like makes sense. Like, if you're gonna uphold the intentionally wrecking somebody in the Cup Series, you have to uphold it in the lower ranks. Like,
If they didn't, then it would be a disaster.
Yeah. Like, I didn't see the wreck because I didn't get to watch the Xfinity race. But if it was a left hook or like hitting that and sending him into the wall, like how what has happened in the Cup Series, like, then there should be no question that he should get penalized for that.
I saw somebody on Twitter, I don't know if I liked it or not, they released Sheldon's radio or scanner of what he said. Like, he said he will turn Sammy.
Because he admitted it on his radio that he was gonna turn Sammy if he didn't stop racing him the way that he was racing him. But on Sheldon's radio, you can clear as day hear him say, "I'm gonna turn him if he doesn't stop." So,
yep. If you're like in Denny's situation, like what happened with him, like if Denny would have kept his mouth shut on his podcast and didn't admit it, he probably could have gotten away with that. Which I feel like I'm not condoning it. You should never do that, okay? But if you're trying to get away with it, don't admit it.
that's true.
An F1 photographer I follow, Kim Illman, was at the Nashville NASCAR race. I was so close to meeting him in Miami, but where he was meeting up was a place that I couldn't get to with my specific pass. And he went to Nashville as a photographer. Both Jenna, Harrison Burton's girlfriend, and Julia, Daniel Suarez's fiance, got into his Women of the Paddock series that he does. I want to pick his brain so bad because he is a very, very well-known F1 photographer. And then he just all of a sudden, like, oh, I want to go to a NASCAR race. Like, as far as I know, he doesn't work for a publication or anything like that. He himself does all of his stuff. So I'm like, alright, I need to know how to get in. Please, tell me. I'd appreciate it. Speaking of NASCAR and Formula One, Jenson Button is going to be racing his second race of the season at Chicago. And I don't know if you guys know, but I've met Jenson Button. He's so nice. Like, sorry, my little Formula One heart.
Your little fangirl heart.
Yep, 2009 Formula One world champion looked me dead in the face. Okay. I have my video interaction with him. It's so great. If I post it, you guys will see it. But I just wanted to throw it in there. He's actually, as far as I know, he's pretty excited about it. On the topic of Chicago, Jimmy Johnson and Legacy Motor Club withdrew from the Chicago Street Race this weekend. Ryan Sieg Racing got a win at Sonoma, thanks to Eric Almirola. I just wanted to shout that out because Ryan Sieg, their team is really small, and so that win is like a big win for them. And then I wanted to bring up something that we talked about yesterday about Kyle Busch and the night and day personalities after he's moved to Richard Childress Racing. Us three, we're not particularly Kyle Busch fans. My first race back was the 2022 Coca-Cola 600, and I have it in my Snapchat memories. Kyle Busch was the reason that I was like, alright, you know what, I'm not restarting my NASCAR arc. I'm not getting back into NASCAR because of him. Look where I'm at now. But his attitude has gotten a lot better. I thought of a joke, and I was like, no, Richard Childress put the fear of God in that man. That's the only way I feel like he swapped around his attitude, okay?
I mean, that could be true. Or it could not be true. But, yeah, no, he's definitely different.
I feel like
by a long shot.
He's definitely a lot nicer, to be honest.
I feel like it helps that he has 2 kids now.
True. That also might have played a part in it. With him.
And Brexton's racing, and he's actually doing amazingly good.
Mm-hmm.
So, that could also be part of it too.
They are going to be driving at Mid-Ohio. They're going to be racing at Mid-Ohio this weekend, I believe. We, as NASCAR fans, we've only ever seen Mid-Ohio in the Truck Series. As far as I know, in recent years, Cup or Xfinity have never raced at Mid-Ohio. And then I have on here how Joseph Newgarden started the Into the Crowd. Which
amazing.
I feel like that would be a fun thing. Like, obviously, you wouldn't be able to do that in Formula 1 because they're a lot stricter and crazier in Formula 1.
They would also get murdered, probably.
Oh.
By everybody. So.
Okay, so I did want to talk about, I actually have her TikTok pulled up. So, this, if you guys don't know, her name is Katie. I love her so much. She is the girlfriend of Devlin DeFrancesco, who drives in IndyCar. She is so funny. I just wanted to give her a shout out. She does like vlogs and get readies with me, and she's just so funny. I love her so much. I just wanted to mention that. Drivers on TikTok.
Hilarious.
Like,
hilarious.
I'm sure you guys see the NASCAR people, and the NASCAR drivers. Like, I just found out yesterday that Kyle Busch had a TikTok. Like, look, if the Penske drivers do not get TikTok soon, I might have to make one for them.
Ryan Blaney has a secret TikTok.
Oh, he does. He did say that.
In his podcast. He has a secret TikTok, but he just won't admit what his TikTok name actually is. So it makes me want to find it, to find out what he actually does.
He probably doesn't post anything. Probably just uses it to, like, lurk.
Probably. I mean, Noah actually does the NASCAR filters, which is kind of hilarious.
Yes. See,
he likes using the filters.
I live for the team TikToks. Like, because they include all of the drivers. Or at least, I mean all of them on the team, on their team, obviously. But I'm kind of torn. Like, originally I was going to say that I don't think I'd see Alex Bowman going out and making TikToks, but he is one of the funniest people.
Oh, he's so funny.
Like, he is unironically funny. Like,
he's so funny.
What was that? Oh my gosh, they posted on Hendrik posted on Twitter. Or not Twitter, TikTok.
It was all of them.
What was it that Alex Bowman said? That he was like, I look good in anything, right? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Like, he's so funny. Like, that's what I like to see of, like, the content on Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Like, you get to see drivers, like, actually as themselves. Like, the golf video that NASCAR just posted, it's like, I don't know, Ryan Blaney was killing it in that, though. And then,
you know, Blaney's actually pretty good at golf, but he just won't admit it.
He said Denny was better than him.
Denny was not no good than him, because Blaney kicked everybody's butts. For sure.
And
I
then,
need a few lessons.
Yeah. And then apparently he's left-handed. So
Never knew that.
I've literally gotten things signed by him, and I never noticed that he was left-handed.
Neither have I.
And then you have Austin Cindric, who's literally just whacking as hard as he can, like a girl.
Yeah, he needs a few golf lessons. Him and Ty can go take some golf lessons together. They kind of need it.
The tallest and shortest on the grid. Oh my gosh, I said grid as if it's Formula 1. Jesus Christ. I'm doing great. Okay, speaking of Formula 1, let's get into
Your long list.
Yes, my long list of so this weekend is the they're racing in Austria at the what we call the Red Bull Ring. So it's Red Bull's home race. So obviously it's their home turf. So they're gonna try as hard as they can to defend it. What did you say?
I said home turf.
Home turf.
Home turf.
But speaking of Red Bull, Max and Yuki raced monster trucks. Yuki, so at the beginning of the video, as soon as it starts off, Max goes, "I'm gonna race the shortest driver in F1." And then Yuki, not even missing a beat, goes, "That's not true." Yuki Tsunoda is about my height. I am 5'2", 5'3" on a good day. As far as I know, he is the shortest on the grid. But that was one of my favorite interactions. Like, that video hits right there, okay? and then Max stalls the truck. Or sorry, hold on. He doesn't stall it, but he loses power in the truck. And Yuki wins the race.
Yeah.
So, Max finally got beat. Okay, I'm a Max Verstappen fan. You can see, that's Max right there. But it's still funny. Danny Rick might be back on the grid next year. The way he worded it in an interview, he said when, not if. Just saying. Esteban Ocon and Mick Schumacher. The duo I didn't know I needed. Like, SD Bestie was out here giving us all the Mick content we needed. Like, I saw people on TikTok freaking out about Mick on a jet ski.
I saw the TikTok of them in the car, and I just looked at the comments, and everybody was going bizarre, losing their minds. It was kind of funny.
I think I saw the same car one you saw.
That was on the same day, or at least I think it was the same day. But it was like the same general post, you know. Because I think he posted it on Instagram first. But
I saw it on TikTok. That's what I saw it on.
I don't know. SD Bestie's a TikTok icon. Same with Fernando Alonso. Then we saw the video of Pierre and Kika at a Coldplay concert. At first, I didn't know how I felt about them two, but I'm living for the content that Kika's giving us. Kika's turning Pierre into a TikTok icon. About TikTok, McLaren is out here for the fan service, okay? Look at this. McLaren knows what they're doing. Like, and then, so this one, let's see.
If it's anything like Wii Sports, Space Sports, I'm going to do Mega.
Lando Norris playing baseball. When would we ever see that?
I don't know, but he entered, as other people are saying, his Zac Efron, Troy Bolton era, swinging the baseball. I was like, okay, but like I'm here for it, and I'm obsessed.
Like, they're... Have you guys seen this one? Oh, this isn't even the right angle. Oh, it is. The look, the up and down look that Lando gives whoever this person is. I don't know who this is. I don't watch Love Island, okay? But the up and down look made the F1 TikTok world go feral. Like,
I've seen the other angle of it.
so have I.
It's chef's kiss. Beautiful, gorgeous, lovely. Love it.
AlphaTauri is going to be rebranded at the end of the season. They are no longer going to be named AlphaTauri, and they will apparently also have a new sponsor. Meaning, I don't believe they'll be under Red Bull anymore. Or like labeled as a Red Bull team. So that's news that I saw. And then the Red Bull Racing is going to be moving to Ford in 2026. So Ford is coming back to Formula One, which I'm very excited about. The Carlos Sainz model photos that everybody's been freaking out about. This man in the streets of Italy,
Mm-hmm.
he knows. There is no way he doesn't. I feel like a lot of these drivers know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Lando Norris came out with new merch that he once out, like for everyone to have by Silverstone, his home race, and it is bright, which I get. It's called Grandstand because he wants to be able to see his fans in the grandstands as he passes at Silverstone.
I think he'll see them.
Oh yeah. So Lando's like official colors, like, of himself, like his helmet always has this bright fluorescent yellow-green color. That's like built into his brand. Like Team Quadrant, that is his esports team, is also black and bright green, like this. So you're definitely gonna be able to see them. It's very simple. It's just got the L in for I think the subtleness of the design is completely overtaken by how bright it is.
It's very bright. But I feel like it fits Lando though, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm. I feel like
I just love the video of him in the grandstands and he's just swinging around the shirt.
This one?
It cracks me up every time.
That's what I was doing. The L in for.
Yeah. It's so funny.
But yes, it's definitely on brand for Lando. Team Redline, that is associated with Max Verstappen, was iRacing on the day that we're filming this, and on their stream today, the clip I'm going to show you, it wasn't from today's stream, but everyone loves to flame Max Verstappen for his typing. See how he's typing on the keyboard? So everybody makes fun of him, and calls him a T-Rex. Because he types like this.
I don't even know how you type like that.
I have no idea. I don't know if it's just the way his keyboard's sitting, because I don't think there's anywhere to lay like his hands on it, or if he genuinely doesn't know how to type.
That's a question that I need answered.
I saw this tweet about Helmut Marko talking about Yuki Tsunoda and Nick DeVries, and he said Yuki is doing very well and performing well, but Helmut and like AlphaTauri general are not satisfied with Nick DeVries. Which brings up the previous rumors that Helmut shut down about Nick DeVries being replaced during the season. But it's still possible he can be replaced at the end of the season. So who knows if Danny Rick's gonna be back on the grid? I would love to see Danny Rick. Like I genuinely love Danny Rick. It would be upsetting for Nick because before the season started, there were such high hopes for him, and because he filled in for somebody, I can't remember exactly. I think it was last season. He didn't do bad as far as I remember, which is why everybody put these high expectations on him. And so now he's got a full-time seat and he's not performing. What's gonna happen? Danny Rick and Sebastian Vettel, as far as I know, are supposed to be racing different Red Bull cars at Nürburgring. I probably totally butchered that, but we're gonna see them back in cars on track, which is very exciting. Ryan Reynolds, we're talking about Formula One. How does he relate to Formula One? Well, he and I can't remember the other guy's name, got 24% stake in Alpine.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like there's potential. Like, I don't know how well, like, Ryan Reynolds knows the sport. Like, because I don't know how much he's interacted. Like, whether he's watched races or attended races. Like, because obviously he's one of the guys that has the money.
I think I saw it for like a quick second, but I think I saw a photo of Ryan Reynolds like at a race, something. But I think I just saw it for like a quick second, like Twitter before my Twitter like kind of refreshed on its own.
Mm-hmm. It's very possible that he has been to races, and I just don't know it. And then, so after Canada was very full with things that happened to Max. He equaled Ayrton Senna's wins, so he now has 41 wins, 41 Grand Prix wins, all with Red Bull. Red Bull, with Max's 41st win, has reached 100 total wins in Formula One. And with that win, Max won the race with a dead bird stuck in his brake duct. The footage from his on-car camera, you can see the bird in front of his car, and he just, yeah. So,
I saw that video.
Oh, it too.
I saw the video because I heard his audio to it, and I was laughing. But, man, a bird.
So, at Canada, Daniel Ricciardo and Will Arnett did an alternative broadcast called The Grandstand, and they will be doing that at also Las Vegas and Coda, I believe, are the two races. There's two others, and I think it's both the US ones, which like I said, I love Danny Rick, so I'm glad that we're getting more Danny Rick content. I didn't watch the entire one of Canada, because, like, I'm not that big of a fan of Will Arnett, so I just switched over to the regular broadcast. But after I switched over, apparently Daniel was eating while they were commentating. So it was apparently a fun time. A more serious thing, the FIA is supposedly going to be cracking down on who is allowed on the grid before the race because of an incident that I believe happened at Barcelona, I want to say, with Neymar. I believe he is a football soccer star that I saw him with, like, pictures with Ferrari and stuff, but apparently he was still on the grass on the side of the track when the cars were doing a formation lap before the race, which is a very, very, very big no for VIPs. Like, obviously they're gonna have engineers and stuff who've just recently cleared the track for the cars to pull off for the formation lap, and they're making their way off. But for VIPs and for someone who has not been around that car, like, that's dangerous. That's like saying that one of us is still standing on pit road whenever the cars take off. Like, that's a big no. So they have yet to release what is going to be done about that, but I have a very big feeling they're going to be cracking down on stuff like that. On a more fun note, EA Sports posted a this or that video on TikTok, and I just wanted to share with you guys about how Charles answers this one question. Maybe it's just because I'm a Charles Leclerc fangirl, but they asked him LaSalle or Vegas, and he chooses Vegas, and as he walks away, he goes, "Vegas, baby." Charles, I need you to stop. Anyway, that's all I wanted to share from that. Williams recently shared this picture of their two drivers with a snake. I've met both of these drivers. This is Alex Albon and Logan Sargent. Logan is from Florida. He's from Fort Lauderdale. And he looks like he is having the best time. And then there's Alex, who looks terrified. I don't know who took this photo, but I feel like this embodies them. And this one, I don't have a picture for, which some people are going to be real upset that I don't have a picture for it. Because Lewis Hamilton posted another shirtless selfie. There's a superstition, a very big coincidence, with Lewis Hamilton's shirtless selfies. Usually, every time he posts one, some type of news comes out. Whether it be someone retires, someone's seat changes, some type of personnel change within a team, something happens. So we're just waiting on what's gonna happen this time. So, if something comes out, that'll be on our next episode. Okay, then my last thing. There was a video that was shared. I can't remember, I just saw it earlier, I can't remember who posted it, but it was Jack Doohan, a Formula 2 driver, and who is involved with Alpine. He's from Australia, and it was a post of him surfing whenever, I believe they were actually in Australia, in Melbourne. And I am a firm believer that Jack Doohan needs to stop buzzing his head. That man's hair looks so good longer. I'm just saying. I will die on that hill. And that's my TED Talk.
That's my TED Talk. Let's be honest, the last part of this entire segment is just TED Talk.
Yeah.
Yep. But we're just here for the ride.
All right.
Besides Alex Bowman in a backwards hat on a water skiing.
Oh, he was surfing in the wake, right?
Yeah, backwards hat.
Listen,
No.
here on the Trackside Girls podcast, we are enjoyers of drivers wearing backwards hats. Anyway, thank you guys for watching or listening. I'm gonna set it up on. We're gonna be on Spotify. We're gonna be on YouTube. You'll see TikTok clips. Follow us. Most of our handles are Trackside G Pod. So make sure to check us out. Bye, guys.
Peace.